Welcome, coin collectors. In this video, we're revealing the top 10 high-value U.S. Monticello Jefferson 5-cent coins that could be worth up to $1 million. From rare minting errors to limited releases, these coins have the potential to make you a fortune. Stay tuned to find out which Jefferson nickels could change your life.
The 1962 Jefferson nickel features a classic design that has remained unchanged since its introduction. The obverse depicts Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, facing right. The coin's inscriptions include "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1962. The reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, and includes the denomination, 5 cents, along with Monticello. Value of the 1962 Jefferson nickel. In general, most 1962 Jefferson nickels are not worth much over their 5-cent face value unless they are in excellent condition or possess a rare error. Circulated coins. Most 1962 nickels in circulated condition are worth only about 5 to 10 cents over face value. Uncirculated coins. MS-60 to MS-65 coins in uncirculated condition can fetch between $1 and $3, with higher grade examples, MS-65 or better, reaching $5 or more. Proof coins. Proof versions of the 1962 Jefferson nickel are more valuable, typically ranging from $5 to $15, depending on condition. High-value errors in 1962 Jefferson nickels. While the standard 1962 Jefferson nickel may not be worth much, certain error coins are highly sought after and can command high prices. Here are some of the most valuable errors to look out for. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Value. A 1962 DDO Jefferson nickel can be worth anywhere from $100 to $500 depending on the clarity of the doubling and the coin's condition. In MS-65 or higher grades, these coins can be worth up to $1,000. 2. Repunched mintmark, RPM. Value. The value of a 1962 RPM Jefferson nickel ranges from $25 to $150, depending on the clarity of the repunched mintmark and the coin's grade. Coins with more prominent repunching or those in MS-65 can fetch $200 or more. 3. Off-center strikes. Value. A 1962 off-center strike can range in value from $50 to $500, depending on the degree of misalignment. More dramatic off-center errors can command even higher values, sometimes exceeding $1,000 in exceptional grades. 4. Die cracks and die breaks. Value. A 1962 die crack or die break can increase the coin's value to $10 to $50 depending on the prominence of the crack or break. More dramatic errors or those affecting significant design elements could be worth $100 or more. 5. Broad strikes. Value. A 1962 broadstrike Jefferson nickel can be worth between $50 and $300, with more extreme examples reaching $500 or higher. Conclusion. The 1962 Jefferson nickel is a common coin that typically holds little value, but certain error coins from this year are prized by collectors. Notable error types that increase the value of these coins include double die obverse, DDO, repunched mintmarks, RPMs, off-center strikes, die cracks, and broad strikes. Depending on the rarity and severity of the error, a 1962 Jefferson nickel with an error can be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,000 or more. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is a significant coin in U.S. history, minted during a period of high demand for coinage due to the coin shortages of the 1960s. This nickel was produced in massive quantities by both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with a combined mintage exceeding 2.8 billion coins, making it one of the most commonly struck coins of its time. The mid-1960s saw a massive push by the U.S. Mint to meet public demand for coins. In response to hoarding and collecting of coins by the public, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins in 1965. However, the 1964 Jefferson nickel was the last to feature mint marks before this change, making it part of a transitional period in U.S. coinage. Value of the 1964 Jefferson nickel. Circulated coins. Coins that have been in circulation typically hold only their face value of 5 cents due to their abundance and wear. Unless an error or unique feature is present, circulated examples are not considered valuable to collectors. Uncirculated coins. MS-63 to MS-65 grades. Uncirculated 1964 Jefferson nickels with good luster and minimal marks are worth $10 to $25. MS-66 and higher. Exceptional examples graded MS-66 or higher are rare and can command values between $50 and $1,000, depending on their appearance and certification. Error coins. Error varieties from 1964 are where the real value can be found. These include double die obverse, DDO. Doubling on the obverse, visible in Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. Value, $50 to $500. Double die reverse, DDR. Doubling on the reverse, typically seen in E pluribus unum or Monticello's details. Value, $100 to $1,000. Repunched mint mark RPM. Found on Denver minted coins, this error shows overlapping impressions of the D mint mark. Value, $25 to $250. Off-center strikes. Coin struck off-center, with portions of the design missing. Value, $100 to $1,500, depending on the degree of the error. Die clash errors. Faint impressions from the opposite die appear on the coin's surface due to die collision. Value, $50 to $250. Struck through errors. Caused by foreign material obstructing the die during minting, resulting in missing or distorted details. Value, $50 to $400. Broad strike errors. Occurs when a coin is struck outside the retaining collar, causing it to expand and lose edge definition. Value, $100 to $400. Conclusion. The 1964 Jefferson nickel may seem common at first glance, but it holds significant value for collectors when high-grade examples or error coins are involved. Whether you are examining old coin rolls or inherited collections, the 1964 Jefferson nickel is worth a closer look, as it could reveal rare features that transform a common coin into a valuable collectible. The 1965 Jefferson nickel is part of a long-running coin series featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Produced during a period of transition for the U.S. Mint, this coin was struck without a mint mark, as mint marks were temporarily omitted from all coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage hoarding. While the 1965 Jefferson nickel is common in circulation, specific error varieties and well-preserved examples in high grades are sought after by collectors and can fetch premium values. Values of the 1965 Jefferson nickel. 1. Standard coins. Circulated coins. Most 1965 Jefferson nickels in circulated condition are worth face value, 5 cents, due to their widespread availability and lack of unique features. Uncirculated coins, MS-63, MS-65 uncirculated examples with excellent luster and no wear are valued between $10 and $30. High-grade coins, MS-67 or higher extremely rare and highly collectible, these coins can fetch prices ranging from $200 to $1,000, particularly if professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. 2. Rare errors and their values. Certain errors on 1965 Jefferson nickels are rare and command significant premiums. Below are the most notable error types. Double die obverse, DDO. Description: doubling on the obverse, typically seen in the inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, 1965. Value: depending on the clarity of the doubling, these coins are valued between $50 and $500. Double die reverse, DDR. Description: doubling on the reverse design, often visible in E pluribus unum or Monticello's details. Value: DDR coins range from $100 to $1,000, particularly in higher grades. Off-center strikes. Description: these errors occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned during striking, resulting in part of the design being off-center. Value: coins with off-center strikes are worth $100 to $1,500, depending on the degree of the misalignment and the coin's condition. Die clash errors. Description: caused when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin blank in between, leaving faint design impressions on both sides. Value: these coins typically sell for $50 to $250, depending on the visibility of the clash marks. Struck-through errors. Description: occurs when foreign material, such as grease or debris, obstructs the die during minting, creating missing or distorted features. Value: depending on the severity and uniqueness, struck-through errors are valued at $50 to $400. Broad strike errors. Description: a broad strike happens when a coin is struck outside the retaining collar, causing the coin to expand and lack a defined edge. Value: broad strike errors on 1965 nickels are worth $100 to $400. Conclusion: the 1965 Jefferson nickel is an interesting piece of numismatic history due to its production during the mintmark hiatus. While most examples hold minimal value beyond their face value, rare error coins and high-grade specimens can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The 1977 Jefferson nickel, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, is a common 5-cent coin that served as part of the U.S. Mint's regular production for circulation. While most coins from this year hold minimal numismatic value, certain error varieties and exceptionally high-grade examples are sought after by collectors, with some fetching significant premiums at auctions. Value of the 1977 Jefferson nickel. Standard coins. Most 1977 Jefferson nickels are widely available and hold only face value, especially in circulated condition. However, uncirculated coins and those in higher grades can be valuable to collectors. Circulated coins, face value, 5 cents. Uncirculated coins, MS-63, MS-65 typically valued at $10 to $100, depending on the coin's luster and lack of wear. High-grade coins, MS-67 or higher, these are extremely rare and can fetch between $500 and $1,500, especially if certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Rare error coins. Errors in the minting process can create unique coins that attract collectors and significantly increase a coin's value. Some of the most notable 1977 Jefferson nickel errors include: double die obverse, DDO. Value: depending on the strength of the doubling and coin condition, DDO errors range from $50 to $500. Double die reverse. Value: DDR coins are rarer and valued at $100 to $1,000, particularly in mint state. Off-center strikes. Value, depending on the degree of the off-center error, typically 10% to 50%, values range from $100 to $1,500. Die clash errors. Value, die clash coins typically sell for $50 to $250, based on the clarity and visibility of the clash marks. Struck-through errors. Value, these unique errors range in value from $50 to $500, depending on severity. Broad strike errors. Value, broad strike errors are valued at $100 to $400, depending on condition. Black beauty error, improper annealing. Value, black beauty nickels from 1977 are valued at $100 to $1,000, depending on their condition and aesthetic appeal. Conclusion. While the majority of 1977 Jefferson nickels are common and hold face value, rare error coins and high-grade specimens can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual hobbyist, inspecting your coins for errors or exceptional condition could uncover a valuable piece. Keep an eye out for these treasures, they could turn your pocket change into a collector's prize. The 1980 P. Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, is a commonly circulated U.S. coin that occasionally appears with rare and valuable minting errors. While the standard version of this coin is readily available and typically worth face value, error varieties and high-grade specimens have caught the attention of collectors. Some of these errors, which occurred during the minting process, can increase the value of the coin significantly, sometimes into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Notable errors and values. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Value, depending on the clarity of the doubling and coin condition, DDO errors can range from $50 to $500. 2. Double die reverse, DDR. Value, DDR coins are rarer and can sell for $100 to $1,000, particularly in uncirculated grades. 3. Off-center strikes. Value, off-center errors with at least 50% of the design intact are worth $100 to $1,500, depending on condition and error severity. 4. Die clash errors. Value, die clash nickels typically sell for $50 to $250, depending on the visibility of the clash marks. 5. Struck-through errors. Value, struck-through error coins can range from $50 to $400, depending on the uniqueness of the error. 6. Broad strike errors. Value, broad strike errors are valued at $100 to $400, depending on condition. 7. Improperly annealed planchet, black beauty error. Description: improper heating during production results in coins with a dark, almost black appearance. These are known as black beauty nickels. Value, black beauty errors from 1980 can sell for $100 to $1,000, depending on their condition and visual appeal. 8. Missing mint mark error. Value, coins with a missing mint mark can command prices of $200 to $800, depending on grade and demand. High-grade coins. Beyond errors, high-grade 1980 P. Jefferson nickels are prized for their pristine condition. Coins graded MS-65 or higher are scarce, making them attractive to collectors. MS-63, $10 to $20. MS-65, $50 to $100. MS-67, $500 to $1,500. Professionally graded coins from companies like PCGS or NGC tend to fetch higher prices because they guarantee the coin's authenticity and condition. Conclusion: the 1980 P. Jefferson nickel is more than just an ordinary coin. Rare error varieties, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, and black beauty errors, makes certain examples highly valuable. High-grade specimens also command a premium, with some selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The 1983 P. Jefferson nickel, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, may seem like an ordinary coin, but certain error varieties and high-grade specimens have made this coin highly sought after by collectors. While most 1983 P nickels are common, rare minting errors and exceptional grades can make some coins worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Notable errors and values. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Description: doubling on the obverse, particularly in inscriptions like Liberty or the date 1983. Value: DDO errors can range from $50 to $500, depending on the strength of the doubling in coin condition. 2. Double die reverse, DDR. Description: doubling on the reverse, most often visible in E pluribus unum, 5 cents, or Monticello's details. Value: DDR coins are rarer and can fetch $200 to $1,000, especially in high grades. 3. Off-center strikes. Description: these occur when the coin blank is misaligned during striking, leaving part of the design missing. Value: coins with significant off-center errors, 20% to 50%, can sell for $100 to $1,500, depending on severity and condition. 4. Die clash errors. Description: impressions of the reverse design appear faintly on the obverse, or vice versa, due to die collisions. Value: die clash nickels are valued at $50 to $250, with stronger clashes commanding higher prices. 5. Struck-through errors. Description: caused by foreign material like grease or wire obstructing the die, leading to missing or distorted features. Value: these coins can be worth $50 to $500, depending on the uniqueness of the error. 6. Broad strike errors. Description: coins struck without the retaining collar, leading to an expanded appearance and lack of defined edge. Value: broad strike errors are valued between $100 and $400, based on condition and rarity. 7. Black beauty error, improper annealing. Description: resulting from improper heating during production, these coins have a dark, glossy appearance. Value: black beauty nickels from 1983 can fetch $100 to $1,000, depending on intensity and grade. 8. Missing mintmark error. Description: a rare error where the P mintmark is missing. Value: these coins can sell for $200 to $800, especially in uncirculated grades. High-grade coins. Even without errors, high-grade 1983 P. Jefferson nickels are valuable due to their scarcity in pristine condition. Most circulated coins show wear, making mint-state examples highly desirable. Approximate values for high-grade coins. MS-63, $10 to $20. MS-65, $50 to $100. MS-67, $500 to $1,500. Certified coins from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC tend to fetch higher prices due to their verified authenticity and condition. Conclusion: the 1983 P. Jefferson nickel might look like a standard coin at first glance, but rare errors like double die reverse, off-center strikes, or the Black Beauty error 7 D. Jefferson nickel, minted at the Denver Mint, is a coin that can hold significant value due to rare minting errors. While standard 1977 D nickels are worth only 5 cents, certain errors can make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1977 D nickel is the double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin multiple times, creating visible doubling in the design. The doubling is most noticeable in the word Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1977. Depending on how prominent the doubling is, a DDO error can increase a coin's value from $100 to over $1,000. The clearer the doubling, the higher the value. 2. Off-center strikes. An off-center strike happens when the planchet, blank coin, is misaligned in the striking press. This causes part of the design to be off-center, leaving a portion of the coin blank. Off-center errors with large misalignment are especially valuable. These coins can range in value from $200 to $1,000 or more, depending on how far off-center the strike is and the coin's condition. 3. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks and cuds are errors that occur when a crack forms in the die or part of the die breaks off. A die crack results in a line on the coin where the die is damaged, while a cud happens when a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a raised area on the coin. These errors can make a 1977 D nickel worth between $50 and $500, depending on the size and visibility of the crack or cud. 4. Rotated dies. A rotated die error happens when the dies are misaligned, causing the obverse and reverse designs to be rotated in relation to each other. If the rotation is extreme, this error can be valuable. A rotated die 1977 D nickel can sell for anywhere from $50 to $300, depending on how much the design is rotated. 5. Broad strikes. A broad strike occurs when a coin is struck without a collar, causing the coin to spread out and become wider than normal. These coins lack a defined rim and can be quite rare. A broad-struck 1977 D nickel is worth $100 to $500, depending on how extreme the broad strike is and the coin's condition. 6. Clashed dies. Clashed die errors occur when the obverse and reverse dies come into direct contact with each other, leaving impressions of one design on the opposite side of the coin. These errors are highly collectible, and clashed die 1977 D nickels can be worth $100 to $500 or more, depending on how clear the clash is. 7. Struck-through errors. A struck-through error happens when foreign material, like grease or metal fragments, get stuck in the die and creates a mark on the coin. This can result in an indentation or blemish on the design. Struck-through 1977 D nickels can range in value from $50 to $200, depending on the size of the error and its visibility. Conclusion. While most 1977 D Jefferson nickels are worth only 5 cents, coins with minting errors can fetch significant sums. The 1990 D Jefferson nickel, minted at the Denver Mint, is another coin that collectors might encounter in their search for rare or valuable specimens. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. This creates visible doubling in the design, particularly in the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1990. The clearer and more prominent the doubling, the higher the value. A 1990 DDO nickel can be worth between $50 and $500, depending on the strength of the doubling and the condition of the coin. 2. Off-center strikes. An off-center strike occurs when the coin's blank planchet is misaligned in the press, causing part of the design to be off-center. This error results in a portion of the coin being unstruck. Off-center 1990 D nickels can be worth between $50 and $300, depending on how far off-center the coin is. The more extreme the off-center strike, the higher the value. 3. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks and cuds are common errors found in 1990 D nickels. Coins with large or prominent die cracks or cuds, especially around Jefferson's portrait or Monticello, are more valuable. These errors can increase a coin's worth from $25 to $100, depending on size and visibility. 4. Rotated dies. This results in a rotated 1990 D nickel, where the reverse, Monticello, is at an angle compared to the obverse, Jefferson. Rotated die errors are rare, and the more pronounced the rotation, the higher the coin's value. These coins can range in value from $50 to $200, depending on how much the reverse is rotated. 5. Broad strikes. A broad strike occurs when a coin is struck without a collar, which is the ring that shapes the coin during the minting process. Without the collar, the coin can spread out, becoming wider than usual. Broad-struck 1990 D nickels are valuable due to their rarity and unique appearance. These coins can be worth anywhere from $100 to $300, depending on the size and condition of the broad strike. 6. Clashed dies. Clashed die errors occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet between them, causing the designs to clash. This results in faint or sometimes visible impressions of one side's design on the opposite side. A 1990 D nickel with a clashed die error can be worth $50 to $500, depending on the clarity of the clash. 7. Struck-through errors. A struck-through error occurs when foreign material, such as grease or metal fragments, becomes lodged in the die, leaving an imprint or mark on the coin. These errors are visible as raised areas or blemishes on the coin's design. Struck-through 1990 D nickels can be worth between $20 and $100, depending on the size and location of the error. Conclusion. The 1990 D Jefferson nickel, while typically worth only 5 cents, can become a valuable collectible if it features rare minting errors. Errors like double die obverse, off-center strikes, die cracks, cuds, rotated dies, broad strikes, clashed dies, and struck-through errors can make a 1990 D nickel worth anywhere from $20. The 1954 Jefferson nickel features a classic design that has remained unchanged since its introduction. The obverse depicts Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, facing right. The coin's inscriptions include "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1954. The reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, and includes the denomination, 5 cents, along with Monticello. Value of the 1954 Jefferson nickel. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Value. A 1954 DDO Jefferson nickel with clear, strong doubling can be worth anywhere from $200 to $500 or more, depending on its condition. Higher-grade examples, especially those in uncirculated or MS-65 plus grades, can command even higher prices, sometimes exceeding $1,000 in auctions, particularly if the doubling is highly visible. 2. Repunched mintmark RPM, high value. Value. A 1954 RPM Jefferson nickel can typically be worth between $50 and $200, but more pronounced RPM errors can push the value higher. Coins with well-defined repunched mintmarks in excellent grades can command values of up to $400 or more. In high-grade MS-65 or better condition, these coins can be worth up to $500 or more, especially in competitive auctions. 3. Off-center strikes. Value. A slight off-center strike can increase the value of a 1954 Jefferson nickel to around $100 to $200, depending on the severity of the misalignment. More dramatic off-center strikes, where significant portions of the design are missing or shifted, can be worth between $200 and $500. Exceptional examples with severe misalignments or in high-grade conditions may fetch upwards of $1,000 or more. 4. Broad strikes. Value. A 1954 Jefferson nickel broadstrike is generally valued between $100 and $300, depending on the degree of expansion and the coin's condition. In extreme cases where the coin has been dramatically flattened or significantly widened, the value could rise to $500 or more. The higher the grade of the coin and the more pronounced the broadstrike, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. 5. Double strikes. Value. A 1954 Jefferson nickel double strike can range in value from $100 to $500 or more, depending on the quality of the double strike. In cases where the double strike is particularly dramatic or the coin is in high-grade condition, the value could exceed $1,000. Conclusion. While the 1954 Jefferson nickel is a widely circulated coin, certain error varieties stand out as exceptionally rare and valuable. The double die obverse, DDO, repunched mint marks, RPMs, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and double strikes are among the most high-value errors to look for in this series. These errors make certain 1954 Jefferson nickels highly desirable to collectors, and coins in exceptional condition or with rare, dramatic errors can command significant premiums in the market.
The 1973 D Jefferson nickel, minted at the Denver Mint, is often overlooked by collectors, as most are worth only 5 cents. However, certain rare minting errors found on these coins can significantly increase their value. These errors occur during the minting process, and the more pronounced the error, the more valuable the coin can be. 1. Double die obverse, DDO. The double die obverse, DDO, is one of the most sought-after errors for the 1973 D nickel. It occurs when the die is misaligned during the minting process, causing the design to be stamped multiple times, creating visible doubling. The doubling can often be seen in the inscriptions like Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1973. The stronger the doubling, the higher the value. A 1973 D DDO nickel can be worth anywhere from $50 to $500 or more, depending on how prominent the doubling is and the coin's condition. 2. Off-center strikes. An off-center strike occurs when the coin's blank planchet is misaligned during the striking process. This causes part of the coin to be struck off-center, leaving part of the coin blank. The more severe the off-center misalignment, the more valuable the coin. Off-center 1973 D nickels are typically worth between $50 and $300, with higher values for more extreme misalignments. 3. Die cracks and cuts. Die cracks and cuts are relatively common errors that can occur on 1973 D nickels. A die crack happens when the die experiences wear or damage, resulting in a crack that transfers onto the coin's surface, creating a line. A cut occurs when a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a raised area on the coin. These errors are most valuable when they appear in prominent areas, such as around Jefferson's portrait or Monticello. Coins with large die cracks or cuts can be worth between $25 and $100 or more, depending on the size and visibility of the error. 4. Rotated dies. A rotated die error happens when the obverse and reverse dies are misaligned, causing the designs to be rotated in relation to each other. This results in a rotated 1973 D nickel, where the reverse, Monticello, is at an angle compared to the obverse, Jefferson. The degree of rotation impacts the value. The more pronounced the rotation, the more valuable the coin. A rotated die 1973 D nickel can be worth anywhere from $50 to $200 or more, depending on the extent of the rotation. 5. Broad strikes. A broad strike occurs when a coin is struck without a collar, which typically shapes the coin during the minting process. Without the collar, the coin can spread out, becoming wider than usual and lacking a defined rim. Broad-struck 1973 D nickels are valuable due to their rarity and unusual appearance. These coins can fetch anywhere from $100 to $300, depending on the size and condition of the broadstrike. 6. Clashed dies. Clashed die errors happen when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet between them. This results in faint impressions of one side's design appearing on the opposite side. For a 1973 D nickel, a clashed die error can be worth $50 to $500, depending on how clear and visible the clash is. 7. Struck-through errors. A struck-through error occurs when foreign material, such as grease, dust, or metal fragments, becomes lodged in the die, creating an imprint or blemish on the coin. This error results in raised areas or marks on the coin's design. Struck through 1973 D nickels can be worth between $20 and $100, depending on the size and visibility of the struck-through mark. Conclusion. While the 1973 D Jefferson nickel is generally worth only 5 cents, certain minting errors can significantly increase its value. For collectors, finding a 1973 D nickel with one of these rare errors can be a highly rewarding experience.